Here we go. I am here with
Ronnie Minter.
Ronnie Minter, an extraordinary advocate. So Ronnie, when it comes to things like social justice, police reform, community reform building, what is it that you feel that is missing, that needs to be implemented in order for you to see real change in this community?
Our elected officials advocating for the community. Far too often, our elected officials are aligning themselves with the establishment instead of the people who put them in office. You have some elected officials on the county legislature who have been in office for decades. And when organizations like Freedom Unshackled, NAACP, the Center of Law and Justice, and various others have reached out to them to try to get some meaningful work done, we have been disregarded, we have been demonized, we have been, more in particular myself, said that I am difficult to work with, when I have simply said, and if I'm difficult to work with because I'm asking that they stop beating people in Albany County Jail, that there's some oversight of that jail, that the jail can't investigate itself any longer. If that makes me difficult, then I'm difficult, right?
Yeah.
But in order for us to see real change on all levels in the community, just the fact that the South End of Albany has been in steady decline since I came to Albany in 2005. When I came here in 2005, across the street from St. Peter's Clinic was a Rite Aid with a pharmacy. That's gone. It became a Dollar General. That's gone.
Yep.
Down the street was a Family Dollar. That's gone. That's a desert down there. Carolyn McLaughlin was the Common Council member for years. She was the Common Council president for years, and she's now the county legislature representing the South End. So when you see repeated decline, what is your representative doing? So on the north side of Albany also, now dig the science of what's really happening. You have one sister representing the South End. You have the other sister representing the North End. Wanda Willingham is Carol McLaughlin's sister. Both sides of Albany have been in steady decline, right? Then you have now Wanda Willingham's son-in-law is going to be my common council member, a former correctional officer. So the pattern is clear. Those who are in power want to stay in power, and they want to align themselves with power. They don't want to align themselves with the community. They want to keep their family inside politics, and the rest of us be damned.
So, okay, why when we see these African American leaders, African American politicians, what do you think is the real factor that they cannot stand up for their people, so that we can see the change in the South End, Arbor Hill, North Albany? For example, I was out in East Greenbush. I saw them start at 11 o'clock at night. About 7 o'clock in the morning, they had tore the street up, repaved it, did everything. In Arbor Hill, it takes them like 2 or 3 weeks just to pave a sidewalk. What's the real issue behind that, that they can't stand up for the community the way we need them to?
Their alliances. They have aligned themselves with the establishment, and the establishment would rather see the county offices move to the former College of St. Rose campus and focus all their energy over there. The establishment, where they represent, you know how hard I've been saying, pave the streets between Broadway and Pearl Street. That's a little block on Livingston. I've been saying that for years. Like, what's the problem? When I go on Pine Hill side of town, Their
Everything is
streets
good.
are smooth. So again, it's your elected official. The problem with Albany is they keep electing the name that they know. My church member, all these, and to be honest, if we can start getting our people out to vote more, Wanda Willingham only won by 400 votes. If we would have had a little bit more financial backing, a little bit something else, somebody else to viably run against her, she would not still be in office. The things that they do on the county legislature level are horrific. So prior to Joanne Cunningham becoming the chair of the county legislature, they had Andrew Joyce, right? Andrew Joyce was the one who put the Black Caucus into place. And Andrew Joyce's vision for the Black Caucus is not what it is now, right? So there's this thing where Black people feel like we can't hold accountable out loud other Black people. And that's the problem we got, that's the vortex we got caught up in. We got caught up in believing that we can't say out loud that, no, you're not representing me. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing for me. Well, I was part of Ward 4 Democrat Committee. I recently resigned. Matter of fact, I resigned Friday or Thursday. I can no longer align myself with that. I can no longer hold true to who I am and align myself with people who, for the most part, like Malcolm X says, the apple has fallen too far from the tree. You have forgotten your roots. You have forgotten everything, and you're just aligning yourself with the establishment. You have said, no matter who's called you, no matter what they say, how many evidence that we can show you that people are being brutally beaten in Albany County Correctional Facility, you're going to say the sheriff, even after personal attacks, is still working on y'all to do what? Because now what I'm hearing is you went in there, you saw bad conditions in the jail, not addressing the brutality. Now we're going to talk about the mold and the this and the that. But now you have to wait for a feasibility study that may cost $200,000 to $290,000. A feasibility study to fix things that you can visibly see are wrong. Why do I need $200,000 plus feasibility study to get rid of black mold? Why do I need that? So, and then to sit back and watch our elected officials approve a $66,000 stretcher for the sheriff. People need to plug in because it's public. It's for the public forum to see on their YouTube. Plug in and watch some of these committee meetings that they have on the county legislature, like their public safety meeting, and just watch how they just approve money for the sheriff. Just watch the amount of money that they approve for the sheriff and never bring up the brutality. You're gonna they're writing so many checks to cover up brutality. Rikers Island men had to be housed at Albany County Correctional Facility. While they were there, they were brutalized. I think one said he was raped. So I'm almost certain if that came from right. But they sued and won. They sued millions. They sued the city and they sued Albany County. They sued New York City for sending them there. And they sued Albany County Correctional Facility. Two separate lawsuits, both they got paid out. Woman giving birth, shackled. There's no shackling law in New York. Paid that out. They say this is not happening in the jail, yet their checkbook is saying it's happening in the jail. The taxpayers' dollars are paying out regularly, and they're going to pay again to those men that were in Onondaga County Jail. Our taxpayer dollars are paying for the correctional officers in that facility to run around like the Proud Boys and brutally beat on black bodies.
Thank you so much.